I'm not really trying to convert anybody. I'm not trying to make friends, you know. I'm punching back.
Lalo's punching bag is anything in the news media that bothers him, and discrimination bothers him a lot.
If I use humor to insult an idiot that believes that racism is a proper way to behave, then all the better to make them feel bad. That makes me feel good.
I'm Tanzina Vega for the New York Times, and this is Off Color, featuring Lalo Alcaraz.
Is this where the magic happens for you?
Yes, this magical landscape of piles of stuff is where it happens.
Lalo uses his art to respond to racism wherever he sees it, from Murrieta to Walt Disney.
We were battling the governor, Pete Wilson, who was the proponent of the Prop 187 law. 187 has got to go, hey! Which meant that undocumented immigrants cannot use any public services, which is against the Constitution, the little Constitution thing, you know. The Disney company had donated to his campaign, but I thought it was highly inappropriate for them, especially when Disney is trying to market to Latinos, the beginning of their bilingual marketing. What saddens me now is that this whole Murrieta refugee children thing reminds me a lot of those days in 1994. People were irrational. People get bullied just because they're brown, and that's why I always push back on that stuff, using any way possible, any means necessary, and getting in people's faces, but putting the art in between, you know.
Lalo is the son of Mexican immigrants. He begins every day here writing his nationally syndicated strip, La Cucaracha.
My dad worked at a plant nursery, and we used to garden on the weekends, you know, go out and do people's lawns and stuff. And he died when I was like 13, and I learned how expendable he was to people. Like they were like, "Could you find me the name of another gardener?" When I was calling up his clients, you know, this one lady told me that. "Do you have another gardener?" He's got a mustache. And a goatee. There you go. And a neck. And a shirt.
What about a beard?
Yeah, that's his beard right there. Look at that.
But Lalo is also a public speaker, a weekly radio jockey, a social commentator, and an illustrator. He's now in the middle of promoting a book he illustrated that tells the overlooked history of the United States.
Lalo is 100% special. I still haven't come across anybody that can do what Lalo does. He grew up on both sides of the border. He grew up going to visit his family in Tijuana and living in San Diego. And he grew up being American, but also being Mexican. That's why he's a pocho. You know, he says, "I'm proud to be a pocho."
Lalo is also on the team of a new animated series called Border Town. It's from the creators of Family Guy. It's set to come out next year, and the storylines poke fun at the tensions between people living on the border.
One of the reasons I'm there is to help them sharpen a joke, you know, and I'm not Mr. TV joke writer. I don't want them to watch this and go, Lalo thinks he's an Emmy award-winning TV joke writer. But I mean, I have been writing Spanglish jokes for the last 25 years, and I kind of know my way around it. Here's some writers' rooms over here, so be quiet.
Small sacrifice to progress. Still wearing it.
And here's the main writers' room. Wave.
When Lalo pushes the envelope, he also opens himself up to critics. And the many threats he's received make him reluctant to let people know where he lives.
It's pushing the envelope, but, you know, we need that. He can speak his mind all he wants, you know. This is America, and, you know, if someone tries to slap you down, he doesn't take it lightly, by the way. You might come out in a cartoon.
Even today, I put a gag online and a made-up headline, you know, people will completely take it literally and just, their heads will explode, and sometimes that's not the intended effect. Sometimes it is. Sometimes I would just like to see people running around screaming.